Max B.
Why? But everybody has to get taken down. Why Max B?
His brother called me
And said what?
He ratted on him.
Everybody got a set of facts now. Everybody got a set of facts. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. The prosecutor got a set of facts. My co-defendant got a set of facts. And I got a set of facts.
Culture gang, culture gang, culture gang. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell if y'all rocking with your boy. Let's jump right into it, man. Today we're going to be talking about Max B, aka Max Biggervale, aka Charlie Wingate, aka the Wave Guard, man. Let's get into it. Now, if we're going to talk about Max B, Max Biggervale, then we're going to start from the beginning, man. Max B hails from 140th and Lenox in Harlem, New York. Now, you got a lot of legends that come about that area and come up off that block in particularly. I know Big Ed was from that block. Cam'ron is from that block. McGruff is from that block. Cam'ron cousin, rest in peace, Bloodshed is from that block. And a list of many other great rappers and hustlers. Now, Max B jumped into the game in the early 2000s on the coattail of Jim Jones from the Dipset, the Diplomats. Max B is responsible for creating a whole aura, a whole vibe, and a whole wave in the hip-hop culture. He killed the game with his mixtapes such as Wavy Crockett, Public Domain, and many more. Now, some of you may not know, but we're going to break down the life and history of Max B as well as the future. Max B has served a prison sentence of about roughly 8 years for armed robbery back in about 1997. He was incarcerated from 97 to 2005. He mentioned this on a couple of his records. Now, when he came home in 2005, he ended up linking up with Jim Jones as Jim Jones was distancing himself from Cam'ron, creating his own lane and his own, as you can say, his own path to success. Jim Jones started and founded a label called Bird Gang, and he recruited a hardcore team of rappers that was ready to take over and destroy the game. And in my opinion, Jim Jones had a crew, man. He had a crew on him. He had a guy named N.O.E. or something like that from Boston. Kind of sounded like Jay-Z, but this guy was a lyrical beast. He had Mel Murder coming from the Star, Marcus Garvey, Chalk Your Body, Nine Trey Gangsters. Now, he also had two superstars, man. One of the superstars in particular was a guy named Stack Bundles, Raekwon Elliott from the Riot Squad in Far Rockaway, Queens. Known for his bold, boisterous style, swag, looks, and lyrics on the mic. Self-proclaimed gorgeous gangster. And he also had a superstar by the name of Max B, Biggervale, aka Charlie Wingate. These guys was in there making hit after hit after hit. They helped him out with his first album, Hustler's Poem. Hits along the lines of Ballin', We Fly High, and the list goes on. Now, we watch Bird Gang fall apart as Jim Jones was going through some issues as far as his relationship goes and as far as his business in the industry. He actually just recreated himself and his brand, and he's a great solo artist putting out music better than ever right now, so salute to Jim Jones. But as we move along, fast forward to Max B, as Bird Gang starts to deteriorate, Max B and Jim Jones had a major fallout. Max B ended up linking up with French Montana. He was going toe-to-toe against Jim Jones, a bunch of diss songs, a lot of stuff going on, man. But in the midst of that, Max B had caught a case. Now, allegedly, the rumor is Max B knew a girl. I don't know exactly where she's from, and this girl goes by the name of.
It was a chick who met some dudes at a club, went back to the hotel with him.
Right.
Had a little money, they had whatever going on.
She reports it to Max
She
B.
let it to Max B.
Yeah.
Max B let his brother know, allegedly, Pooh Sims or some shit like that,
Okay.
right? So Pooh and the chick double back.
Right.
She had a key. So when she get there, the key don't work. They gang entry going there. Whatever she said was there, what? Nothing there but a laptop, $800. Right? They smoke them up. They kill somebody up in there doing a robbery.
Because, somebody tries to intervene. Yeah,
right? Everybody get away. Max B get questioned.
Mm-hmm.
He tells him what club that the female works at and what project building she live in.
Oh.
He identifies the chick. They snatch the chick. The chick then identifies Pooh Sims. Right? Max get like 75, 80 years. Pooh get like 100, 125.
Right.
The chick do like 10, 12. She home.
I'm gonna mail it to you. I'm gonna mail it to you, man, and then I'm gonna definitely give you a call, and we definitely gonna figure this out. Cause I gotta call my lawyer real quick before he leaves.
Okay, yeah. So this Pooh, look. So you saying the new information he gave them, they can use against you if you go back on appeal, overturn it. They can use the new information to rebook you.
Yeah, they can use the new information because this is testimony that he gave them when he went back and got resentenced. So this shit crazy, man.
All right, well, send me
for some shit I ain't do. I ain't did it, man, and he gonna go lie to these people, man. So I'm gonna definitely shoot you the information.
Send me that new work.
Shoot you the information.
Send it to me, bro.
I got you, so we can.
Now, after reading the paperwork, it seems that this young lady had reached out to Max B as she had ran into some guys who seemed like they was hustlers and they was getting some money. They took her back to a hotel where it looked like the bag was up. She reached out to Max B, and he allegedly set up a robbery where he reached out to his brother, or his half-brother, by the name of Pooh Sims. And they set up a robbery in cahoots with each other. Now, this alleged female and Pooh Sims heads out to Jersey, recruit a little squad, do what they do. They set up a robbery. People end up losing their lives. Max B is charged with the robbery homicide. Now, word around town is the police came and picked up Max B and basically told him that they know he set up this robbery/homicide. Max B told them exactly who the young lady was that supposedly allegedly set up the robbery and where she worked at. The police went and picked her up. They then went and picked up Max B's brother, Pooh. So now they are all three co-defendants, and it gets shaky because at the end of the day, Max B blew trial and he received, I believe, 75 plus years. Pooh ended up getting life and the young lady got about 10 years or so. She's allegedly home, and now Max B ended up getting his sentence overturned, and somehow he turned the 75 years into 20 years, and he now has about a few months left. He's supposed to be coming home later on this year. His release date is set for November 9th, 2025. And there's no paperwork came out to this date to say whether that's the truth or not. So we would just have to wait for Max B to come home or for that paperwork to actually drop to know what's going on. Now, in my opinion, to be honest with you, I don't know if Pooh Sims' story is all the way 100, for the simple fact that Max B has already done 8 years of incarceration for armed robbery. And I'm pretty sure he has some co-defendants in that situation, and if he didn't, it is what it is. But he didn't tell in that situation. And then also, he didn't tell in this situation. If you look at the facts of the case, why did the police even pick up Max Biggervale in the first place? Think about it. Someone had to tell them that Max B was involved for them to question him and for him to just give up the girl's workplace and them to get her and then tie the brother in and all of this stuff. Someone had to tell him that Max B was involved in that situation. So that's one thing. Also, after going to trial, the whole time he was fighting the case, he didn't tell him anything. He received 75 years plus at the end of that trial. Where's the telling in that? Now, as years went on, Max B might have been incarcerated now for about, I want to say, 15, 16 years. Just went back to court and gave that time back about a year or two ago and received a much lighter sentence. So now I ask you guys to leave a comment, and before you get out of here, like, share, and subscribe, and let me know, what do you think? Did Max B stay solid, or did he actually tell to get a lighter sentence, and that is the reason he is coming home? Only thing I don't like about the situation is, why is this guy Wack 100 involving himself in East Coast politics? Because if I may recall, West Coast guys, they hate for any other state or city or coast to get in their politics when they talking about a bunch of squabbles and fades over there. So like this situation has nothing to do with you, Wack 100. And why are you trying to tarnish Max B's name on the come home, man? In my opinion, honestly, I think Max B stayed solid. And I think he just received a lighter sentence when he went back to court. Because at the end of the day, who's to say he knew that murder was going to happen in a situation where he allegedly just plugged people in and played middleman to an alleged robbery that he could have set up? Because at the end of the day, let's be real, man. Max B was on top of the world when this situation went down. He really didn't need nothing from that situation. I think just growing up in a certain environment in the code of the streets, you know, you want to look out for all your peoples around. So when a situation like a free lick comes up, probably like, well, I can't do nothing, but my brother can. He needs some money. He always asking me for money. Put him on to the lick. Let him come up a little bit, you know? That's not here nor there, but like I said, at the end of the day, y'all drop a comment and let me know what y'all think about this situation. Did Max B stay solid? And before I get out of here, I gotta say, free Max B. Gang.